How's it going, everybody? Welcome to We Do Tech. So today we are gonna take a quick look at the Goliathus extended Chroma RGB mousepad from Razer. Now, RGB mousepads, it's not a new thing, but usually they're kind of a bit bulky and they just come in almost one size, more of a medium-sized mousepad. But the Goliathus Extended Chroma is a soft cloth mousepad with a length of 920 millimeters by 294 millimeters, and it's perfect if you just want to fit your keyboard and your mouse on your RGB mousepad and just make it look nice and neat. But just before that, if you guys are in the market for a new NVIDIA RTX or graphics card, whether it's a 2080 Ti, a 2080 or the new 2070 graphics cards, Rebel Tech has you covered from also all of your favorite brands, whether it's a Gigabyte, MSI or ASUS. So definitely check out Rebel Tech to get your new RTX graphics card now. So now starting off with the pricing for the Goliathus Extended Chroma, it is retailing for around $60 or 940 Rand on Rebel Tech here in South Africa. But you do also get the standard size one, which is a bit smaller, which is going for around $40 or 660 Rand. So you do have those two options. Now, one of the main differences between the Goliathus Chroma and some of the other RGB mousepad is that this is completely a cloth, which you can bend up, roll around, do whatever you want with, whereas the other ones are usually just hard surfaces. They might have a softer fabric top, but they're usually, you can't bend them and you have to store them neatly, otherwise they might snap in two, whereas this one, you're not going to have that problem. The surface of the Goliathus is a micro-textured soft fabric that delivers extremely good tracking, and when pairing it up with Razer's new Mamba Elite, it just works awesome and you'll almost never miss a shot. Also, when you do have your keyboard on the mouse pad, you still have plenty of space for your mouse to move around if you do play on a lower DPI or if you just throw your arms around like a crazy man when gaming. Now, because this is a RGB mousepad, unfortunately you will have to have a cable to power it. So in the top left corner you get the controller with the cable. The cable is thin, braided, and has a length of 2.1 meters. As for the controller, it is also not too big, so it doesn't really look too weird, and it's good that it's on the left side where your keyboard would be, so your mouse's cable won't accidentally get caught on it and mess up your accuracy, which is a problem with some of the RGB mousepads out there. Now, underneath the mousepad, you do get a rubberized surface that does a really good job at preventing the mouse from sliding around. If you wanted to move it, you will pretty much have to pick it up and move it, because if you do press down on it, it doesn't really slide away. Now, getting into the most important part about this mousepad, the RGB, of course. So straight away you will see that this is not a normal LEDs like you get in most of the other RGB mousepad. It kind of looks like it's one of those neon light wires that you can buy. You can either get some of those glasses or so on, but it does help keep the mousepad nice and thin and help spread the light evenly throughout the entire length of the pad, whereas some of the other ones you will see it between the LEDs, the light will fade somewhat and you don't get an even spread. Now, brightness wise, it's not crazy bright. You will be able to see it in daytime. I have all of the lights on and you can still see it. It's not really gonna glow everywhere. It's kind of just like an ambient accent around the mousepad, but it does look good in daytime and then also especially at night. And if you do have more of a reflective desk, you will also see that it reflects off your desk. Now, getting into how you control the RGB lighting, there is no buttons on the mousepad itself, so you will need to go download Razer's Synapse 3 software, which does allow you to turn the backlight on off or adjust the brightness. For the effects, you can either use the quick effects or the advanced effects. For quick effects, you can get the standard static color for a single color between the 16.8 million different colors you can choose from. You do also get a breathing that will either breathe in and out between 1, 2, or a random amount of colors. Next, you get the reactive effect, which will light up the mouse pad if you press the left mouse button on your mouse. You can also change the settings like your color and the duration of the fade. Then lastly, you get the spectrum cycle, which is just going to cycle through all the different colors. Now for the advanced effects, you are going to have to open a Chroma Studio in which you get much more control. You can have multiple layers of effects, change the color, the speed, the angle, the duration, and more. You can also sync up all of your Chroma enabled products together to get a better in-sync lighting effect. And now most of these effects won't really affect the mousepad that much because you don't have multiple LEDs which you can control in the mousepad. It's pretty much a single color at a time, which hopefully later on we can get one that has more different LEDs between everything, so you can get like a completely rainbow effect throughout the mousepad. Now, it is worth mentioning, when I was doing my review of the Goliathus extended mousepad, I did have some problems with a Razer Synapse, one of their latest updates. It caused the lighting effects to every few seconds just turn off completely and then start back up again. This was quite annoying, especially when I was trying to film, get some nice shots, but with the previous versions I didn't really have that problem, so I'm just kind of waiting for Razer to bring up a new update, and hopefully that will fix this issue. Also, it's not just with the mousepad, it's with the Huntsman keyboard and then also the Mamba Elite, so it's the entire software, not just the mousepad. So that is pretty much my review of the Razer Goliathus extended mousepad, which you can do dumb stuff like this. Didn't know if you could hear me, but yeah, you can do that. Now it is a bit more on the expensive side, but if you really want to have a cool RGB mousepad, then yeah, that's kind of worth it, and that's what you're going to pay for. So if you wanted to get something like this, this is pretty much your option. I do like that it's an extended one, or not just a short one. I personally do like them. There's a lot more space, and it just looks nice and neat. Also, the tracking of the mousepad is superb. Again, I use it with the Mamba Elite, and that is also a really good mouse. And just pairing it up with these two, I got really nice matches out in Call of Duty Black Ops. So yeah, they worked really well together. But just one thing that I would have liked if they could add it or bring out a different model is to have it a bit wider, about 400 millimeters, so about 10 centimeters more than this one, just to have a bit more space. It's still plenty enough. I can fit the Huntsman with its palm rest on, and you still have some space left. But yeah, I just would have liked a bit more. And then also maybe later on they can again add those more rainbow effect LEDs. I don't think that technology is out yet, but hopefully we can get something like that later on. But now, that's pretty much it for my review. If you guys liked this review, please like, share, subscribe, and comment like always. Also, if you want to get the Goliathus extended Chroma for yourself, check out the links in the video description where you can get it on Rebeltech if you live in South Africa, or Amazon if you live overseas. And also remember, I do have a bunch of other Razer products that the reviews are coming out shortly, so definitely check that out. But anyway, thanks for watching guys, and I will check all of you next time. Cheers guys.